My beautiful friends, let's do a reading. So we're going to tap into your energy and see what's going on for you and maybe what you need to work on. I have a very specific song that was coming through that I did. I did an angel shuffle before I started this reading. And it was Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston. And I'm not sure if you've ever listened to the lyrics to that, but it's about how you are the greatest love. I'm going to read the lyrics to you. Just some of them. She starts off by saying, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us of how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be, so I learned to depend on me. I decided a long time ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'll live as I believe. No matter what they take away from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. And it just repeats. But we attract in, right? When we're wounded, we attract in the people that are meant to mirror back to us what we're meant to heal. So if we continue to call in unhealthy energy, it means, or toxic energy, it means there's something within us that needs to heal. And once we learn to love ourselves, we call in something very different. We call in healthy love because we've learned to love ourselves. So yeah, that's how we're starting this reading. So maybe you're either working on self-love or maybe you need to, right? So we're going to start with the spiritual love oracle. So most likely you were connected to someone you feel like you have a spiritual connection with, or you probably have a soul contract with them, whatever it is, right? And I was also hearing something else. If you have someone that keeps orbiting back around and they keep coming in, the universe did not bring you this far to leave you here. Exactly. Trust. But if you have someone that keeps orbiting around, and you're repeating the same lesson, right? Failure to learn the lesson. And then you start to grow and evolve and they stop orbiting around, that's actually a good thing. It means you're calling in something different, right? So let's get into it. With all that being said, let's get into it. The first card, we have Twin Flame. And that's, when I start talking like this, I know I'm probably picking up on people who are on that journey, right? But you can get stuck thinking about that label. You can get stuck thinking, oh, this is my twin flame, so I have to put up with this. Or if I don't answer them, what if they never come back? Wally agrees. This is about, like, that's what I can tell by the decks I chose that I feel like I'm channeling someone on the journey, but someone who is embracing the journey for what it truly is, which is about yourself. It's about healing all those things so that you don't call in that energy, right? I can see my vein in my neck popping. All right. Well, Wally's releasing gas. What are you releasing? All right. So, again, twin flame. All right, let's get into it. Ooh, he stinks. He stinks. All right, so let's see what's going on with you. We have childhood wounds, exactly. Exactly. That song spoke about that. Purging, releasing negative energy. Wally, the farts. New beginning. This is beautiful. So clearly this connection triggered childhood wounds, right? And that's what I mean. That song is talking about that. Teach the children that the love is within them. And I think that's what this journey is about, right? If you are really on the journey, not just focused on the label, don't call, like, you're only on this journey if you're changing and growing and evolving. If you're staying stuck, you're missing important lessons. So clearly this triggered childhood wounds within you, but you're purging them by healing them, releasing negative energy. Beautiful. All right. Oh my gosh, that stinks. Let's see what's going on with you. My life begins when I choose to begin it. Yes. All right. Start living that life. We have dark eyes. So you could have dark eyes. Mirroring. Something is being revealed about self. Exactly. So we call in people who likeness attracts likeness, right? Misery loves misery is what I'm hearing. So the people we attract them in for a reason. So this connection was mirroring back to you things that you needed to heal. Dark eyes could be symbolic. Something being revealed about self. All right. Ooh, we have toxic. Bright light. So what I'm hearing is that you could call in unhealthy situations, or maybe this became quite toxic. On the bottom we have bright light. You, bright light. Your light triggers people. So you probably don't know this about yourself. You probably have this light within you that you're meant to be shining to the world and helping others. I'm going to confirm all these. But if you keep calling in toxic situations and choosing them, it means that there's something within you that needs to heal, right? Aware. Maybe you're becoming more aware of your light. We have compassion. So you're probably, or were, a wounded empath, right? Compassion, empathy, forgiveness, right? So you could have been someone who called in really unhealthy situations because you were a wounded empath and you needed to learn, because empath energy, and this may trigger some people when I say it, it triggered me when I first heard it years ago, but wounded empaths can be toxic themselves. They call in toxic energy and then they stay in toxic situations, right? Unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy attachment. So we'll confirm that. We'll confirm it after. Twin flame came out. Friends and family. All right. So these, you could have, like, a lot of empaths, wounded empaths, grow up in toxic situations where they have to learn how to read energy, where they have to learn to play very small, people please, overgive, put up with toxic behavior. There could have been interference of family and friends here, or even the childhood wounds, right? You could have had quite an unhealthy childhood, quite a chaotic childhood where you call in chaos, right? Because that's what you're used to. That's familiar. And I feel like this connection was meant to break you free of that and learn how to love yourself, right? To heal those childhood wounds. I'm going to get one more for the top row, making that twin flame middle card. But the thing is that if you're not doing the work, if you're not embracing this journey for what it is, don't use that label, right? Don't even use the label. Because that's how people get stuck in these cycles. They think because they're unhealthily attached to someone, They think because they feel this attachment to someone, it's like toxic addiction, right? Unhealthy patterns. They think that must mean they're a twin flame, but then they stay in that energy of just obsessing about that person and putting up with toxic behavior and things like that. I don't know if that's what you're doing. But yeah, your middle card is twin flame. Let's get one more for your top row. Childhood wounds from family. So you probably attract in people who are... Your inner child wants to heal those wounds, so you attract in people that trigger those wounds. You're meant to heal them, especially in that dynamic, right? If that's the journey you believe you're on. But again, if you're not ascending, if you're not learning lessons, if you're not changing, if you're not embracing your boundaries and your own journey, then you're not on that journey. Spirit guides, protection, beautiful. All right, let's confirm these. Dark eyes. Energy block. Physical, emotional, and or mental. So it could have been past life energy, lessons, stored trauma. So these were blocks you were meant to heal, meant to work with. Physical, emotional, and or mental. Feels like whoever this is could have had dark eyes. Not that we're tapping into their energy, not that we're tapping into their energy. But clearly there were lessons you were meant to learn. I'm going to get one more for that. Can you confirm energy block? We have ascension. Exactly. Actually, maybe you do have this person. I don't want to say you have them blocked. Wise. You're wise. Transmuting energy. Lyrics of the heart. Receiving guidance through music. Energetic communication. Interesting because we started with the song. All right. Crown chakra, spiritual connection. So ascension symptoms. So right now this could be being blocked. Right? Spiritual protection, your guides are protecting you, or you could be protecting your energy. Energetic, emotional, and or physical symptoms. And you know what's interesting? It's coming out with energy block. So you could actually feel like you're going through some sort of energy block right now. Things could be falling away. Things could be being blocked from you. But you're actually going through an ascension is what I'm hearing. Emotional and or physical symptoms. So you could be feeling very tired, emotional. Interesting. Transformation. This is beautiful. This is good. This is good. Because this is your energy. So removing these blocks. And maybe continuing to give to this person, engage with this person, watch readings about this person was blocking your ascension. Toxic. Interesting. It didn't come out. Whatever it was. I'm not familiar with this deck yet, so I don't know what that card was. Burned. Past relationships traumatized. Energy shift. So you're shifting away from toxic energy. You've been burned one too many times by toxic energy. This is good. This is good. And we have impenetrable. Divine feminine. Oh my goodness. So listen, you've shifted. You've shifted. I think that you were blocked for a while. Possibly someone with dark eyes. Anyway, I feel like you were blocked for a while and now you're not going to let anybody else toxic into your energy. I'm getting Phoenix energy. You've been burned too many times by family and friends, by this person. I allow myself to relax and just be me. That's your affirmation. I'm getting Phoenix energy. So you've shifted the energy, right? Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you see toxicity, you can't unsee it. In yourself and in others. It's kind of what I've been talking about with readings. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And if you are ascending and healing, you wouldn't be attracted to toxic energy anymore. It would be unattractive. It would give you the ick, is what I'm hearing. This is good. You've made some sort of really important energetic shift when it comes to toxic energy. You've been burned one too many times in your phoenixing. That's good. That's good. Twin flame. Twin flame, yin and yang. And it's not, again, I don't think I need to tell you this, but the journey is about you. It's not about them. It's about you balancing your energies, being that balance of feminine and masculine energy for yourself, finding self-love. Look at the Phoenix energy. Twin flame, let's see what comes out. I'm phoenixing, that's a good sign. You'd rather be single. You'd rather be single. You'd rather be on your own. I am the greatest love of all, right? That song. Phoenix, look at me. That makes me happy for you. Lyrics of the heart. And that song. Receiving guidance through music, energetic communication with your guides, with yourself, with your higher self. But you could be receiving a lot of signs and synchronicities through music. That song was definitely one, right? So right now, it's like I'm hearing I'd rather be on my own. I'd rather be my own provider, protector, my own nurturer, right? Listening to your heart, that's beautiful. I'm hearing I'd rather be single than put up with that. That's really good. I like it. Friends and family. Root chakra. Distractions. Interesting. Home, finances, sense of security, and distractions. So possibly your friends and family were a distraction on this journey. Root chakra. Home, finances, sense of security. So I feel like whoever you are, you didn't have that as a child. You didn't have a sense of security as a child. It was probably, your parents were probably really distracted. And again, you probably kept on calling in energy, family and friends, that mirrored how you were as a child or what you went through as a child. Unhealthy, friends and family, unhealthy habits, thoughts, patterns, coping mechanisms, right? So it feels like root chakra, being that home, the finances, sense of security to yourself. But I feel like you have been calling in the past, unhealthy situations that triggered the unhealthy energy within you as well that you needed to heal. Empowered empath. Empowered empath. And if you still have unhealthy friends and family around you, that's part of the lesson, right? So if you do find that you still have, yes, it's great that you're choosing to be single, right? You're choosing to focus on self, single. But if you still have friends and family around you that are unhealthy, that you still have unhealthy connections with, it's time to ground, right? Call in more stable energy. I'm hearing. All right, childhood wounds. Childhood wounds. Low vibrational. Yeah. You're going through an energy shift, but childhood wounds, you keep calling in lessons, people, places, things, thought patterns that trigger these wounds so that you can heal them. Lower vibrational energy, low energy, bad habits, right? So from your wounded inner child, think about that song about teaching our children, right? That can include our inner child. So because of these childhood wounds, I might get one more. They've been controlling you. Like your wounds have been controlling you. Or they've been, again, I'm hearing, because of these childhood wounds, you keep calling in the same lessons in different meat suits. You keep calling in the same lower vibrational energy because your inner child wants to heal that. I need one more for that one. One more for that one. This is good. I like it. We have third-party interference, romantic, family, friend, coworker. Again, until we heal ourselves, until we learn how to love ourselves, we're going to keep calling in the same unhealthy energy. That's what I love about your middle row, because you have twin flame and then you have single. So you're not one of these people who are just like, I just want love, give me love, right? Just let me release this and call in new love. No, you're choosing to be single. You're choosing to have strong energetic boundaries. You're choosing to shift your energy. You're going through an ascension. Releasing blocked energy. This is the only one that is worrying me, that you might still have friends and family around you that you need to release, that are interfering. I'm going to switch decks. Things have turned around for the better. I'm working on me for me. That's your affirmation. I'm working on me for me. Right? Not to fix my family, not to fix my friends, not to fix that person or call them back in. I'm working on me for me. I am the greatest love of all, is what I'm hearing. All right, I'm going to shuffle these once and then I'm going to confirm them. Yesterday, the reading I did it, yeah, inevitable, avoided change, and it happened anyway, right? We can run, but we can't hide. Challenging love. So you probably keep calling in challenging friendship situations, challenging work situations, right? And again, we get stuck in this energy. Why am I calling in the same energy? Why do I keep calling in this person? It's because your inner child is trying to heal. All right, let's cut the deck. Oh, that's beautiful. Spirit, message from Spirit. I love you exactly like you are. Virgo could be symbolic. All right. First row, ascension symptoms. Let's look at it. Me, myself, and I, that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, Beyonce. Lion energy, dedicated to personal and spiritual growth. Me, myself, and I, that's all I got in the end, and that's what I found out. Ascension. Beautiful. Let's get one more. Oh, those came out quickly. Social media follow. Unsolicited advice. Interesting. Are people... This is actually good. This is actually good. Social media, unsolicited advice. I'm going to have to think about that one for a minute. We also have in competition with self, you, right? This is your energy. Challenging yourself to be better and grow. Maybe you have people giving you unsolicited advice, or maybe you're someone, you know what I'm hearing, wounded empath, but you could be someone who just wanted to help the people closest to you, right? I want to fix them, right? When in reality, or in the truth of the situation, was that you had things within that you needed to fix. Right? So you could be someone who gives people unsolicited advice, right? Because you just want to help them heal. But now you're learning to work on yourself, challenging yourself to grow and evolve. Maybe even not listening to outside interference anymore, right? There could have been people that you were following on it came up, so I'm going to say it, right? Maybe you were stuck in that loop where you were just watching, maybe you were watching this person for a while, or maybe you were watching people that you felt in competition with, right? Anytime we feel jealous or envious of someone, it's because we want what they have. That's within us. We can tap into it, right? But right now it feels like you're no longer taking unsolicited advice. You're no longer giving unsolicited advice. And you're challenging yourself to be better and grow. That's beautiful. Yeah, it says it stings a little bit more each time. Pain from heartbreak caused by the same person. Repeating cycle. Challenging, craving something real. The greatest love of all. I'm going to get one more for that, bro. Accepting the reality of the situation. No longer taking people's unsolicited advice, right? On social media. Accepting the reality of the situation. That's good. Grounding and stability. You could have had energetic blocks, right? From watching things on social media that maybe weren't helping you ground or see the truth of the situation. All right. Energy shift. Something has shifted in a big way, right? Because impossible to break through. Clairsentience, intuitive feelings regarding self or others. After winter must come spring, change, it comes eventually, Lauryn Hill. That's beautiful. So now that you're out of that toxic energy, right? You've shifted your energy. Toxic energy to you looks, right? It gives you the ick. It's unattractive. It's you want something real. Intuitive feelings regarding self. You can hear your intuition again. You could be magical. And you could be someone who always wanted to help others, right? I always say you can't force anyone to heal, family, whatever, like counterpart, whatever. And it's hard when you have that light within you. You have that light within you, but you're meant to shine that light and attract in the people who want to learn from you, not give unsolicited advice to people who aren't ready to hear it, right? That's beautiful. Change. Clairaudience. You're magical. The ability to hear voices either in your head or outside of your head, right? How I always say, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that, I'm hearing this. All right, let's get one more for this row. Energy shift. My battery's running out. Interesting. Pisces. Compassionate, romantic, empathetic, but no longer overly trusting, right? Protecting your energy. You inspire me. So perhaps there's someone that's inspiring you right now. That's an interesting one. You inspire yourself. This is about self. One more. Yeah, look. It stings a little more each time. Remember, in that row, I got the Phoenix energy. So this is someone, pain from heartbreak caused by the same person over and over again. This person inspired you to shift your energy. To put up boundaries, to no longer allow toxic situations in anymore. Again, if we keep calling in unhealthy connections, no matter what they are, it means that something within us needs to heal. There's a reason why we keep accepting it and overlooking it. So they inspired you. They did inspire you to heal and change, but through action, through triggering fears and insecurities. Anyway. I like it. It inspired you to go through an energetic shift here. And now in your boundaries strong. Middle row, middle row. Improved, exactly. Now that you're not in the loop, now that you're not chasing, now that you are focusing on being single, I need to be on my own and work on myself, right? Receiving guidance. We have Mercury, improved focus, mental clarity, right? You can't think straight when you're in that type of dynamic. Cutting ties. The Sun, increased energy, happiness, and positivity. Yes, your middle row. It's 2, 3, 4 here. You're on the right path, right? You're cutting energetic ties. I'm not talking about cord cutting. I'm talking about releasing. I'm talking about surrender and saying, I don't want, like, it's not about not having love for this person or feeling a connection to them. It's about choosing you, which is what this journey is all about. So you're releasing attachment to that label, right? You're choosing self. You're choosing to be alone, to work on yourself instead of just running into the next relationship or running back to this person, right? Cutting ties, no longer being... You had, for childhood wounds, you had control, right? So these childhood wounds have kept you stuck, and you are cutting ties with those wounds that keep you stuck. You're healing them. Increased energy, happiness, and positivity since detaching, right? Since choosing self. Again, so many people get stuck in this, I want them to choose me, I want them to choose me, I want them to choose me. Your soul wants you to choose yourself. The Lovers, it's about a choice. It's about choosing self, is what I'm hearing. Beautiful for your middle row. But again, you could still have friends and family here that are causing distractions in your journey, right? That middle row is very strong. But there may be, I'll see what Spirit says, but there may be some things you have to remove here, friends and family, that are distracting you from your stability right now. Let's confirm. Friends and family. Not taking your boundaries seriously. Exactly. Not taking you seriously. You aren't serious, so they probably don't like the change in you. Not taking your boundaries seriously, thinks you'll give in. That's under friends and family. Right? Which means there's distance growing between you and friends and family when you're as you're going through these changes, right? It's one thing if you have supportive friends and family around. It's another if they're not taking you seriously and they're pushing your boundaries, right? I feel like you have a very strong boundary with whoever this is. Impenetrable, right? Ick. But now you have friends and family that aren't taking you seriously. And it's probably creating distance between you, right? Maybe your friendship feels a little bit more distant, or your connection with your family feels distant because you're no longer in that lower vibrational energy, right? It's not aligning with you anymore. And what do I always say about the crab bucket? If we're still around, like, you have distractions and friends and family. So I think Spirit wants you to look at some of those connections, friends and family, that may be holding you back here. See their true colors. I'm going to get one more for that. But as you change and put up boundaries, do you know what happened to me when I did that? Well, goodbye. We don't want to see you anymore. Like, you aren't serious. You're putting up boundaries with us. Okay, goodbye. Right? Friends and family not taking you seriously, or the new healthy version of you, they're not taking that seriously. So you could have friends and family that are still pushing those boundaries, or still treating you in unhealthy ways. One more. Anybody who doesn't take your boundaries seriously or respect them is not healthy to be in your energy, whoever they are. We have just having fun, not looking for anything serious, right? So maybe I'm trying to not looking for anything serious. I just keep hearing that they're not taking your boundaries seriously. Maybe they poke fun at your boundaries. When you think about removing these people from your life, does it bring deep fear, insecurity? Right? These people that you're connected to here might not be ready to heal, right? And you might have to release them as well. It doesn't look, whoever these people are, it doesn't look like they're wanting to transform. They're too rooted in fear and insecurity. Why can't I speak? So if they're a mirror to you, right? What's the lesson? If they're deeply rooted in fear and insecurity when it comes to healing and you having boundaries, what is that communicating to you? That you could have fear and insecurity about fully releasing them to transform, right? They could be blocking your transformation here, but I just need to confirm. Pressure from family and friends, the stingray. And they don't do it consciously, but these people could be applying pressure to you not to change, right? Or putting pressure on your boundaries. Not wanting to change just because you're changing. We have nope, not going to happen. And I feel like whoever you are, your light is supposed to help people who want to heal, not people who are stuck in their fear and insecurity. And again, what's the lesson? What's it mirroring back to you? That you could have fear and insecurity about releasing them. I'm hearing the stingray because I'm hearing pressure from family and friends. Because pressure is confirming that row. This could be where you're getting stuck. This could be the blockage, right? Developing confidence. My neighbors are next door having a pool party. I had to close my windows. When in balance, eager, wants to grow. When out of balance, blames others and quits. To bring into balance, move through the discomfort. The stingray card represents a pivotal point in personal growth. The moment has come when the stingray must decide between the old, easy, comfortable, familiar, even if it's not healthy, familiar chaos, toxic comfort, and the new, challenging, uncomfortable, unfamiliar. Pressure from family and friends makes the decision even more complicated. No matter what choice is made now, it's inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again as the force of Dharma growing within the stingray is too strong to ignore. So I don't think your friends and family are taking you seriously here. There's pressure. And again, we can't force anybody else to grow, right? Again, you could be someone who tries to help people, right? Help the broken birds. But that's not how it works, unfortunately. I'm the only one in my family healing. The only one. It's why this journey can be lonely. But once you release those things, you've done such a good job releasing whoever this is. You've done such a beautiful job. But now you've got this here still affecting you that needs to be worked through. All right. So let's get... They're probably saying like, you're different. You're different. You're not the same. I'm going to get one more for that. One more. You're surrounded, like, this is what I'm talking about. Difficulty recognizing their own flaws or vulnerabilities. They're not taking your boundaries seriously. They're not, whoever you're surrounded with, they're unable to go within and self-reflect. They're not ready, right? That's what I keep getting. It's very similar to what you probably experienced with this middle row. You had the strength to shift your energy, cut ties, focus on being alone, right? This is an important line right here. And you may have difficulty recognizing this within them because you love them, because they're your friends and family. I think this row is keeping you stuck, right? You could have very impulsive people or stubborn people around you that don't want to heal, that are keeping you from ascension, who are stuck in their muggle brains, right? They're not meant to awaken, at least not right now. This is a balloon with a brain on it. So they could be keeping you mentally stuck. Or the fear and insecurity of losing them. Whoever they are, they're not taking your boundaries seriously. And that is not good. That means they're not healthy to be in your energy. Which means you have to honor your own boundaries. Because they're not. Childhood wounds, low vibration. We have clairtangency, receiving information through touch. You're gifted. Guilty. All right, one thing I'm hearing, we have authentic and inauthentic on the bottom. So I definitely feel like from an inauthentic place, you could call in people Before you started discovering who you were, right, learning to love yourself, you were probably calling in, because of your wounds, a lot of low vibrational energy. I hope you're not feeling guilty about that. Clairtangency, receiving information through touch. Maybe when you were a kid, you believed that you were magical, but the people around you were low vibrational, right, and didn't believe in you. Maybe you feel guilty about detaching from friends and family. But receiving information through touch is making me feel of how you probably absorb energy. Don't feel guilty for being, like, authentic is up right here. So you could feel guilty now that you've changed, that you're outgrowing these people, but that's not for you to feel guilty about. And if people around you are making you feel guilty for change, that's not cool either. Let's confirm that. And again, maybe you have a lot of guilt towards yourself for how many times you allowed people to burn you, right? Or for the things you overlooked. Perhaps you have a guilt wound. One more for this one. Childhood wounds. Earth, the physical 3D, grounding, stability. This is worrying me because I feel like there's people around you who could be still in wounded energy, perhaps making you feel guilty or giving you a guilt trip over the stability that you're working on. Childhood wounds, guilt. Childhood wounds, guilt. Ick. Ick. You could definitely be feeling guilty for how long you put up with some of these behaviors or how you acted from a wounded child, like inner child. Feeling disgusted by people and situations. Ick. Clairaudience, the ability to hear voices either in your head or outside of your head. I swear, I feel like you are tapping into your spiritual gifts and you have people around you who don't believe in what you believe in and they're making you question yourself. They're not taking you seriously. Those are not your people. Clairaudience, being able to feel energy through touch. They could think you're attention seeking, which you're not. I thought there was a guilt wound. You are a person of strength, courage, and resilience, which is what that song is about. I thought there was a guilt wound. Maybe you're feeling alienated, I'm hearing. I need to keep hang on. I need to get a few more. I'm going to read this. I'm feeling called to read this. This is the one that stood out to me. True self disconnection. Childhood wounds, right? Childhood wounds. Lower vibrational energy, guilty, tapping into your magic, like clairtangency, whatever that is, I've never heard of it. Clairaudience. These people could think you're attention seeking, but that authentic, inauthentic. So for some reason, I was really called to true self disconnection. A disconnection from one's authentic self, often caused by societal conditioning, trauma, or the need to conform to external expectations. This wound manifests as feeling lost, unfulfilled, or unsure of one's true desires, passions, and values. Some may struggle with constantly adapting to please others, fearing rejection if they express their genuine thoughts and interests. Your magic. There may be an internalized belief that authenticity is dangerous or that one's true self is not enough. All right, I just want to get a few more for that. That one's... I need to get a few more for that one. Left a bad taste. It definitely feels to me like I heard it in this one. As you evolve, energy like that, lower vibrational energy, which you used to be in, is now, because you're tapping into your magic here, it's giving you the ick. And you feel guilty about that, but you shouldn't. Let's just get two more for that one. Baby steps, passion, drive, action are currently being highlighted. So listen, whatever this is, you're being called to take action towards it or away from it, right? And not to feel guilty, to embrace your gifts. Your gift is meant to help the world. Whoever you are, you're understanding what this journey is about, but friends and family are a blockage here. Lower vibrational energy is a blockage here. Baby steps, actively taking small steps forward. And how can you work on your gifts and embrace your gifts if the people around you are not taking you seriously and testing your boundaries and stuck in lower vibrational energy? Alone. Baby steps towards being alone. Spirit wants you to start taking baby steps to being alone, and don't feel guilty about that. You've done such a good job with this middle row. Now you still have lower vibrational energy around you that you need to detach from. Start taking baby steps away from it, even if it means being alone. I want to see, I just cut open a test of faith. A challenging situation that forces you to demonstrate the strength and genuineness of your beliefs. People you're outgrowing. There's something important about that. Let's see what you need to focus on here, what you need to tweak. What do you need to focus on? Craving something real, right? You want real love. You want genuine love, the greatest love of all. How do you call that in? By loving yourself. That's how you call it in, right? The lyrics of that. It's simple. Find love within yourself. The concept is simple, but to do so is not simple, right? But Spirit wants you to crave something real, something authentic, something grounded, someone who sees you, supports you. That's in family, friendship, and love. Clairvoyance. Spirit wants you to focus on your clairvoyance, your magic. The ability to see images of the past, present, and future. To know that your gifts are real. Because I think the people you have around you right now are stifling you or whatever, stunting your growth. I said it yesterday. Spirit wants you to focus on seeing the past clearly, seeing the present clearly, what needs to shift in the present moment to change the future energy, right? If you're craving something real, then anything unreal or unauthentic needs to be removed. Otherwise, you're going to continue to call in that energy. Advice for you? Nurturing, protective, caring. That's what you want in your energy, right? That's what you want to call in. In reverse, it says insecure, moody, manipulative. You don't want that. You want something real, something nurturing, protective, caring. I'm hearing a really weird example and I'm going to give it. It's like ordering a pizza with toppings on it you don't like. And it comes and you're like, well, I don't like those toppings. I'm going to eat it anyway. And then you say, give me the same. And it comes and you're like, oh, I don't like these toppings. I'm going to eat it anyway. They're going to keep bringing you the same damn pizza until you say, I don't like those toppings. They do not belong on my pizza. Send it back. It's always about food with me. It's the Taurus in me. Emotions, feelings, and relationships are currently being highlighted. So there's things in your current relationships, not your middle row. You're doing great there. But these ones, friends and family. How do you, you're wearing rose-colored glasses about some of these relationships. They're being highlighted right now. This queen has rose-colored glasses on. So it's like Spirit's trying to get you to see what was on the bottom. It's like you have rose-colored glasses on when it comes to it could be because of insecurity or fear of being alone. Spirit wants you to embrace being alone right now. You want nurturing, protective, caring, real love. But it's like because maybe you struggle with being insecure, moodiness, trying to control situations, right? This is being highlighted to you right now. You need to take those rose-colored glasses off when it comes to those connections. They're holding you back. Look at that. They're being highlighted right now for a reason. It's not just about that person. It's about the other people in our lives. That's interesting. We have missing piece. And you know what I'm going to say? Missing piece by Vance Joy could be symbolic, but whatever. It feels like this is a missing puzzle piece here. This is the missing piece. This is what you're not seeing. You're craving something real, but you're still giving energy to people, not this person, but friends and family, lower vibrational situations. You could have bad habits. You could be engaging in bad habits with them. I saw that. You still have these. That's what's missing here, right? You're going through an ascension. You need to deal with these rows so that your puzzle pieces can fall into place. It's being highlighted right now and you're not seeing it. Rose-colored glasses. Oh, I just flipped over the top card. And we have responsibility, has a lot to lose, right? Losing friends and family. I get it. But there's a difference between healthy friends and family and ones that are keeping you stuck. Spades, mind, thought, and decisions are currently being highlighted. So these relationships are currently being highlighted in your energy right now and making a decision. And you have guilt, so you could feel a lot of responsibility, or you could feel like, well, if I don't have those people, I don't have anyone. But if they're holding you down from embracing your true gifts and true ascension, it's the missing piece here, right? All right. I'm going to put these cards over here. And then, what do I want to get you? This just came off the top. It says North Node, soul purpose, karmic path, where we're going, what needs to be learned, future unknown. Where we're going and what needs to be. I'm hearing it. I'm going to say it. Not everybody's meant to come on this journey with you. Pretty much everyone in my life, not in my life anymore. They weren't meant to come on this journey with me. I met ones that were supposed to. I want to get you Divine Feminine cards. I want to get you Divine Feminine cards. I'm just going to shuffle them once. Divine Feminine. Doubt. First card, doubt. Feeling uncertain about current relationships. Not this one. Not this one. This row is amazing. But these ones, you're feeling unsure. You're doubting them. You're doubting them for a reason. And then you've got guilt wanting to choose yourself, right? That's still showing attachment or the need to please people or stillness. All right. Accepting reality of the situation. The child in you is safe in your hands now. Creativity. Accepting the reality of the situation, ascension, right? Maybe watching people on social media has been stifling your creativity because we've got this creative energy here. Wanting to tap into creative potential, feeling inspired to pursue your dreams, right? Again, the help you wanted to give these people, there are people out there that want that help. You just got to shine your light, right? Not giving unsolicited advice. We have digging, spying on divine masculine through social media, and you had the social media card. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's the row that social media was in. That could be stifling your creativity. It doesn't do you any good to look at them on social media. I promise you. It's energetic chasing. Don't look at them. Just don't. Block them from your... Archive them, right? Hide it. Just... Every time you're tempted to go look at a profile, do something creative. Because it's going to block... Like... Social media follow and then looking on their social media. No. It doesn't do you any good. It just puts doubt into you, right? It just puts doubt into you and fear and insecurity. Yeah, you're starting to detach here. No. Going through pictures and memories spent with this person. Joy, realizing joy comes from within, happiness, pleasure, gratitude. So this is good, but I can see where there's a few little spots where you're struggling. 1, looking at them online. 2, reminiscing about them, nostalgia, looking at photos, right? Is it really helping you? Ask yourself that. Is it really helping you? Spirit wants you to trust and surrender, which you're already doing. But I'm hearing these things, so I got to bring them up, right? You are accepting the reality of the situation. You are ascending. Realizing that in the end, you're responsible for you, right? Just looking at their pictures, looking at them online, It's not going to bring you joy and happiness. It's not going to help you. It's not going to do any type of healing for you. It's going to feed your ego monster. It's going to cause you like, oh, who are they with? Who's taking that picture? I wonder if they're with someone. Whatever it is. Set a boundary with yourself. No more going on their social media so that you can focus on joy. You're realizing joy comes from within, right? I can see you realizing it. Accepting the situation. Spirit wants you to fully surrender and detach, and you're not detached if you're watching them on social media. All right. Toxic. Divine timing. Now is the time. Divine timing at play. We have spirituality, feeling connected to a higher power, the universe, a force larger than yourself. And then we have isolated, feeling alone to reflect and work on bettering yourself, mind, body, and spirit. Right? This is good. Again, once you see it, you can't unsee it, right? This person's old energy is giving you the ick, is what I'm hearing. But this feeling alone, it would make sense why there's things over here that you're still holding on to, right? This is amazing that you've released this person. Now you got to work on releasing the other energy that's not healthy for you. Now is the time. Divine timing is at play. Middle row. Middle row. Nurture. You're nurturing yourself, choosing to stay single, right? Nurturing yourself. Spirit animal. You could have a spirit animal. You could have an animal crossing your paths. Swans could be symbolic. I am confirming twin flames. Or a metaphor for someone or something you relate to or admire. And we have choosing, right? Choosing to be single. Not focused on the label. Embracing happiness. What was the other one? Cutting ties. And nurturing yourself. Right? Giving all that energy you wanted from other people to yourself, nurturing yourself. I'm hearing divine feminine, nurturing yourself. Divine feminine hasn't come out. Detached, that's good. You're detaching from this. Not needing things to work out a certain way. Stopping to smell the roses, going with the flow. Amazing. Amazing. And for anyone who's stuck, by watching this, you could see where you can get unstuck, right? Trust. You're trusting in your journey. You're trusting in your journey and trusting that if this is truly your, I don't even want to say it, that they will find their path and come back around, or your paths will align again. Trusting in divine timing, right? You're trusting in the universe when it comes to this connection. But these friends and family, not so much. Which is good. Independent, making your own decisions. Living your life according to your value. So is this in alignment with you? Be honest. Friends and family. Friends and family. Holding on to hope. Invisible, childhood wound. With friends and family, you're holding on to hope that things will work out. But they're not taking you seriously. They're not seeing you. They're not seeing you. You have a wound, probably a neglect wound. This says invisible. So these friends and family, right? You want them to see you. You want that. You want them to see you. You want them to value you. But you feel flawed around them and you feel like you're always trying to prove your worth. Chasing. It's dimming your inner light, right? So this is interesting because it seems like you've stopped chasing this person, but you're still holding on to attachment when it comes to family and friends. Unable to be your true authentic self, which will dim your sparkle. They'll dim your light. We also have telepathy, but again, maybe you read energy. I don't really care if you're telepathically communicating with this person. We don't need to talk about that for you. But where's that neglect wound? Neglect wound. Neglect wound, emotional unavailability, unmet needs. This wound manifests as feelings of invisibility, low self-worth, and difficulty advocating for one's needs. Difficulty setting boundaries. These people are pushing on your boundaries. As past experiences may have taught them that expressing needs leads to rejection and disappointment. Some may struggle with self-nurturing, feeling undeserving of care or attention, while others may seek validation, right? So you could be seeking validation from your friends and family about some of your magic, some of your, maybe that you have telepathic communication, or you can hear people, right? Or you can feel things through touch, or what was the other one? Clairsentience. Wanting them to validate you, wanting them to see you, but they're not seeing you, right? It feels really lonely. Would you rather be alone and feel lonely? Focusing on self? Because I feel like you're around these people who don't see you and it's making you feel lonely. Cycles of loneliness, sadness, or fear of being forgotten can lead to patterns of overgiving, neglecting self-care, tolerating one-sided relationships, or feeling unworthy of being prioritized by others. And this is whatever. This is part of they're preventing you from shining. I remember when I was here and my best friend told me, I don't want to hear any more about it. I don't want to hear any more about spirituality, what you think is going on. Just, if you're around me, you cannot talk about that stuff. And I continued to hang out with her. And do you know what happened? Every time I hung out with her, I felt guilty. I felt like I was hurting myself. I couldn't be myself. I didn't know what to say. It wasn't healthy. Right? Like these family and friends who are not taking you seriously, who are not taking your boundaries seriously. That's a blockage here. That's a blockage. And you're holding out onto hope that they'll see you or change. If you did it with this person, you can do it with them. Family, friends, childhood wounds. What is your advice? We have hopeless. Do these people make you feel confident? Probably not. Right? You love them. I can see that you love them unconditionally. But do they recognize you? Do they make you feel proud of yourself? Do they see you? Because if not, anyway. I'm just going to move that card. It doesn't matter in this reading. But we have clarity. Spirit wants you to see this clearly, right? You had the card about Emotions, feelings, relationships, clarity in making a decision are currently being highlighted in friends and family, right? Understanding situations, people, places, and things for what they truly are. And I can see you feel guilt about this, but they're blocking other people from coming in, I'm telling you. Hopeless. So you have hope that they'll change, but you're starting to feel hopeless. So they're probably bringing your energy down, low vibrational energy, causing you to doubt. You even feel like there's no point in trying anymore. It's time to release it so that you can call in the proper people that align with you, right? A deep connection, a best friend, real love, remember? The minute that I removed that friend from my energy, it was so hard, but the minute I did it, not the minute, it took a little while, but I aligned with someone who was on my energetic level. What do you need to focus on now? What do you need to focus on now? You're doing beautiful. Independent, I'm not surprised this came out. Able to make your own decisions, live your life according to your values, and is not afraid to be alone. It all has to do with that friends and family and the stingray. Maybe the stingray should be your spirit animal. Maybe the stingray is your spirit animal. Awakening, shift in priorities and values, transformation of the inner world, change in behavior. Spirit wants you to embrace this spiritual ascension, right? To change. You're going to continue to call in the same energy until you put up a boundary and walk away, right? Again, the pizza thing. If you keep eating the pizza that's being sent to you, but you hate it, but you keep eating it, they're just going to keep bringing you the same damn pizza. Spirit wants you to not be afraid to be alone, to make your own decisions. I feel the power that works within me when, I have to see what that said, when I am thankful. And please trust that you will call in the people that are meant to align with you. There's like a puzzle piece here, right? That needs to be, that's a puzzle piece here that needs to be dealt with. Karmic family and friends. They're keeping you stuck. Karmic family and friends, making you feel invisible. They continue to trigger this childhood wound. How do you heal it? How do you heal it? You stop people pleasing. You put up boundaries. You stop accepting less than you deserve. You walk away. Otherwise, you're going to continue to call in the same lesson, I'm telling you. Neglect wound. Healing the neglect wound begins by giving yourself what was once denied: attention, care, presence, unconditional love. Embracing the truth that you were always worthy of love and support. You are not meant to go through life unseen. So anybody who doesn't see you, you are not a burden for needing connection. When you stop waiting for someone else to choose you and start showing up for yourself, you break the cycles. The love you seek was never outside of you. It was always waiting for you to claim it all along. Right? So in a sense, there's energetic chasing towards karmic family and friends here. But again, your middle row, not towards this person, which is good. But now you have to integrate that lesson over here. Very specific. All right. But I like your energy. It's good. Well, now I gotta get the unspoken oracle. I gotta. Because it talks exactly about that type of stuff. All right. Let's see how Spirit guides you with this deck. protective energy, protective energy. You need to protect your energy. It's like the crap bucket. I always talk about it, I know, but I'm going to talk about it again. We can't fully ascend if we have people holding us down from ascending. Remember the phoenix energy I was picking up on. And we can't bring other, like, not everybody is meant to come with us, right? Think about the butterfly and the cocoon. You don't cocoon with other caterpillars, you cocoon by yourself. And it's painful and you fight it. That's like, that's the major blockage here, right? Drifting apart. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Different paths, changing priorities, growth, creating distance. And if you have surrounded yourself or kept calling in lower vibrational energy because you were unhealed childhood wounds, and now you're starting to heal those and you're starting to see through some of these things, you're starting to ascend, to see your gifts, to believe in different things, you're outgrowing these situations. It's growth that's causing you to drift apart, and you don't have to feel guilty about that, right? Not everybody is meant to grow and evolve. And whoever these people are, I feel like they're keeping you stuck. All right. What do you need to hear? Let's see. We have, didn't come out. We have the hustle trap, overworking for validation. And that includes in these connections, wanting them to validate your magic, wanting them to validate your worth. You don't need them. Losing joy in routine, right? These people became a part of your routine. Now you're focused on joy. You're different. And the hustle trap, hopefully you're not overworking at work for validation. We had third-party interference, could be work. That's why people overwork, is for validation. That's why people chase for validation. That's why people try and prove themselves to others, hoping that someone will validate them, right? That's what Bree and I have realized. Tarot readings just about your person are validating the ego and keeping you stuck. There's nothing there. We have glow up era, family reconnection and support system. And that's not what's happening with you right now in this energy. Inner child healing. You need to heal this inner child, because I feel like what's happening here is you're healing your inner child, and you are outgrowing the support system that you built for yourself prior to ascending, starting to ascend, right? This is not what you have around you. Support system, reliable presence, emotionally grounding, safe space to fall apart, mutual encouragement. And that's not what we're seeing in these two rows. This is a very important piece, right? The missing piece. This is important. This friends and family one. Are they a reliable presence? Are they emotionally grounding? Are they a safe space to fall apart? Do they encourage you? Do they encourage your magic? Do they respect your boundaries? Because I'm not seeing that in these cards. And if that's not you, then it's not your reading. Right? We have family reconnection here. So perhaps you're hoping, right? Perhaps you've been overworking or hoping or burning yourself out trying to create this support system. But like the people that you're surrounded with don't seem to be interested in healing, right? So how can you reconnect? How can you rebuild roots with people who aren't healing? This on the bottom, glow up era. Your light is triggering them. That card came out that your light is triggering those around you right now because you are evolving out of lower vibrational energy. So your light is triggering their lower vibrational energy. Your support system is out there. And if your family and friends are meant to evolve, they will. And you'll be able to reconnect with them. Divine timing. Trust the journey with them as well. Right? This says no longer seeking validation. Your glow up, your growth is clearly affecting the other relationships in your life. And it happens. It happens. Think about caterpillars and butterflies, right? Inner child healing. Surrender. It's time to surrender anything that's not a reliable presence. If that's what you're trying to call in, if that's what you're trying to build, if that's what you're being for yourself, right? Your inner world and outer world must align is what I'm hearing. So if your outer world is not supportive, anyway. The family and friends, jealous eyes, like soul family. You want your soul family. Soul family won't be jealous of you. Soul family won't be intimidated by your light or threatened by your growth. These people are probably trying to keep you down a little, right? They probably put you down, or they tell you what magic isn't real, or yeah, right, like you hear things. You must be crazy. Boundaries up. Again, your middle row, you've done so well putting up boundaries with this person on your mind that I think there's a lesson here from that lesson that you learned through this connection. There's a lesson that needs to be integrated here so that you can call in your soul family. Soul family. Chosen connections. I release the versions of me that were willing to play small. That's your affirmation, right? These people, again, I don't know these people personally, but this is what's coming out. These people that you're surrounded with, friends and family, possibly coworkers, you have to stay that smaller, wounded version of yourself to be accepted. Like, why am I hearing the ugly duckling? Why am I hearing the ugly duckling? Not that you're ugly, but like how the ugly duckling was different because it wasn't a duckling, it was a swan. And once it started growing into that swan, all the other ducks, right? Put it down. You're different. This is what you want, right? And energy takes up space. So the people in your energy that are not supporting you, not believing in your magic, crossing your boundaries, not respecting the change that you're making, feeling threatened and jealous by your light, they're taking up the space of soul family. Again, my support system now is a different support system that I had when I was going through this many years ago. And as hard, I held on to those connections for far too long. And the moment that I started releasing them, my soul family started aligning with me. And that's what you want. You want a support system. You want your soul family. The people you can be your authentic self with. The people who believe your values align, right? They're growing too. Jealous eyes. Silent comparison. Hidden envy. I said that, right? That's a missing puzzle piece here. Again, you need to integrate the lesson you learned in this middle row over here. because that's blocking you. You're saying, I want real love, the greatest love of all, I'm worthy of it. But then you have these stragglers, I want to call, over here that maybe you're just holding on. And you don't want to spend years alone or feeling alone in inauthentic connections. Inauthenticity or connections where you can't be your authentic self, low vibrational. Right? Soul family, you can be your authentic self. It's high vibrational. You celebrate each other's successes. You build each other up. You can be your authentic self. And because you unconditionally love yourself, they're the people that you called in and aligned with. They unconditionally love you. I spent way too many years holding on to unhealthy friends and family, blocking beautiful connections from coming in. 333 as I'm saying it. 333. 333. You are meant to be a light worker. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Came out yesterday. My son is singing downstairs. 333. I am powerful. You are being called to use your spiritual gifts. Hello. How many spiritual gift cards came out for you? As a light worker assisting all of humanity. Live your truth and be a positive light to others. And you know what happens to a lot of light workers? They start giving unsolicited advice to the people around them because they want to help. They want to help their family break free. They want to help their friends break free. If you only knew what this was like, why isn't everybody doing it? And it's always the people closest to you that don't want it. True light workers are meant to shine their light like a lighthouse and call in their soul tribe, their soul family, the people they're meant to help. Right? Very clear. Why should you hide your light or dim your light? It's just going to prolong your ascension. And we have many ascensions. Advice. Mixed emotions. Conflicted heart, overthinking choices. And this is about friends and family. Let them watch. Public glow up, quiet confidence, attracting energy effortlessly. Energy speaks louder than words. Spirit's saying just let them watch your glow up. I'm hearing that song. What is it? Ain't nothing gonna bring me down. Ain't nothing gonna slow me down. I have the wrong words. Oh no, I've got to keep on moving. That song? Purpose and progress, right? So you're supposed to be focusing on your mission. You're supposed to be focusing on you. Long-term vision forming. Patience required. Like, let them watch. Let them watch. You know, when I started my purpose, my mission, it was those people who were like, you're crazy. Why would you start a tarot channel? What do you mean you're going to give up your muggle job? What do you mean you get downloads? You're nuts. Untold feelings. Holding back emotions, afraid to speak your truth, hiding vulnerability, not being your authentic self. How can you grow and blossom when they're keeping you like in a box, right? It's like you're in a cage. It's like you're a tiger in a cage. It's time. Unspoken tension. It's time to take the lesson you have in this middle row, right? And integrate it over here. Integrate it over here. You can't grow and blossom if you are, like, it's like I'm hearing they're clipping your wings. I hate to do this, but, and this isn't about putting your friends and family down or saying there's something wrong with them. But not everybody is supposed to come with us. Not everybody's supposed to come with us. You know, I'm going to tell you, have you been having dreams? You could be missing out on opportunities. I'm seeing the Four of Cups. You could be missing out on opportunities. Do they bring you inner peace? I don't think so. I used to have a reoccurring dream. One reoccurring dream I had was when I had a blocked throat chakra. And I was like unspoken feelings, right? Holding back emotions, afraid to speak truth, hiding vulnerability. I would have this reoccurring dream where I could not speak, and I'd be trying to scream. I'd be trying to talk as hard as I could in my dream, and nothing would come out. If you've ever seen The Good Dinosaur, I think that's what it's called. There's this funny clip where this is me trying to set boundaries. Ah! Like the weakest little roar ever. But I would have this repetitive dream about this where I couldn't find my voice. Haven't had that dream since releasing those people and finding my voice. Haven't had that dream. The other dream I used to have repetitively was it was always these people or this one, my family, friends, or this one, the middle row. I would have a dream where I was trying to catch a plane. And planes are very symbolic of learning lessons and ascension and moving forward. And in my dream, there was like, this plane was only going to come once. And if I missed this plane, I was going to miss my chance. Not in reality, right? What's meant for you will not pass you by. But in my dream, there was this urgency to get on this plane. And I'm running around trying to get these people to wake up. They're all asleep in bed or their doors were shut and I'm banging on the door. Wake up, I gotta go, Don't you want to say goodbye to me? Don't you want to come with me? And I would have this dream all the time. And what I was dreaming of people that I wanted to help but didn't want the help, right? And again, once I let those people go and started focusing on shining my light for the people who want to heal, I stopped having that dream. It's been a really long time since I had that dream. So maybe pay attention to your dreams right now. Imagine like the black sheep, right? Be the one that gets away is what I'm hearing. I'm just going to ask for one more. One more. Friend or foe? See what I mean? And my stomach is just roar. And Spirit, close the deck. Thank you, Spirit. Sometimes I need Spirit to do that because I could just go on and on and on and on. That's weird. I'm hearing a mashup song. We go on and on, tick tock on the clock. I don't know. Clairsentience, the music or whatever. Is that what it is? No, that's not it. The music one. Is it clairaudience? I don't know. I should probably know that. Friend or foe, hidden competition, two-faced energy, smiling through jealousy. Watch the company you're keeping. It's like beautiful, 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 beautiful block, right? Like that's something that's a missing piece here. Rest and reset. You're meant to retreat from these, restore your inner peace. These two came out together. Those two came out together. Let's get you an animal card. Right? You're a free spirit. You're meant to run wild. I'm hearing Carrie Bradshaw. Maybe some horses aren't meant to be tamed. Maybe they're meant to run wild and run free until they find the horses that want to run free and wild with them. Free spirit. You're meant to be free. You're not meant to be in a barn. I don't know. Especially if you're someone who can touch and feel energy, they'd be bringing your energy down. We have the hawk, shift, change. The winds of change, positive change. I meant to say it. I was seeing 555. Oh my gosh, my solar plexus is crumbling. The mouse, afraid of change. You're afraid to make this change, but again, Spirit wants you to make this change. And if they're meant to align with you again, they will, right? I can't remember how long my sister and I didn't speak. You want to hear a story about that friend? I stopped overgiving. I stopped watering that plant. My last message was never responded to, so I said nothing for like 6 months. And then she popped back up into my energy, wanting support, right? Because I was that friend. Tell me everything that's going on with you. She had no clue what was going on with me because she told me not to talk about it, remember? I'm just trying to show you the lesson here. So she reappeared in my energy. What was that telling me? I still needed to heal something within me. She reappeared, said, oh wow, we haven't spoken in a while. My life has been hell. I've been going through hell. What did I do? I answered immediately and said, oh my gosh, how are you? What are you going through? Tell me, I'm here to listen. Guess what she did? Never replied. It was a test. I did not pass. I immediately was like, oh my gosh, let me help you. Let me fix you. Not like that, but yeah. I was like, oh, she's here. Maybe she wants to heal now. She never responded to me. A month later, I responded again. Then a month later, 2 months after she first reached out, it was Christmas. And I wished her a Merry Christmas. I said, I hope you and your kids are having a beautiful day. Because we were best friends for a very long time, like raised our children together. She lives 10 minutes down the road from me. I moved here to be closer to her. And do you know what she did? Christmas Day, wished her Merry Christmas. She blocked me. I'm telling a story, I can't focus. She blocked me, right? I was being protected because I was failing that test. Never heard from her again. And guess what? I have amazing friends now. So trust what's being removed. Why can't I find this card? Watchful, all-seeing messenger of divinity. When in balance, sees clearly, is intuitive. When out of balance, sees too much. To bring in a balanced perspective shift. It's like you can see these people's shadows. You can see what they need to heal, but they don't want to heal. Fate has its eyes on you and the winds are shifting. It's time to make these changes. It's the missing piece. It will redirect your course, right? It's going to redirect you towards your soul family, towards your purpose. I know what I'd choose, right? Unhealthy friends and family, self-love, living my purpose, working my mission, having amazing friendships, having healthy, secure attachment styles. I'll choose this one. I'll choose that one. It's worth it. And you need those friendships and those lessons from other people to show you how much you've changed. Animal card for you. Fire ant, ew. Not you. The dragon, dissolving of the ego. Dragon, magic, but the fire ant, look, dolphin. This is where you are. I'm not going to apologize, but when I channel, I get really passionate. This vein starts throbbing and I start yelling passionately. So I apologize, but crossroads, you have fire ant energy. No, thank you. Blocking dolphin energy. This is what you want. That's soul family. That's like-minded spirits. These are people who gossip and stew and are resentful and you have a gift. And you're taking yourself for granted by surrounding yourself with ants when you should be with dolphins. I'm serious. I'm serious. Fire ant, aggression, rigid thinking, following orders, following the crowd, conditioning, programming. Fire ant energy flares up. It's the force that attracts us to people and situations that feed our imbalances rather than those that counter them, right? So this lower vibrational energy is feeding your energetic imbalance that you have an energy shift with this person in the middle row, but not with these people. So you're being attracted to people who are feeding this, your imbalanced energy, your distorted energy, like watching those readers that we talk about, which I never thought I'd be somebody to say that about other readers, but not all readers have the best intentions, is what I'm discovering. There goes my solar plexus. And it makes me sad because that's not who I am, right? And it makes me sad that I'm still struggling with guilt and shame. I'm still healing it. But those types of readings will feed your distorted energy. It will feed your imbalance. But this energy that you're around, friends and family, they're feeding your imbalances. They're feeding your lower vibrational energy. When what you need to be around dolphins. How can you break free from the drama and cool down? Don't pretend the heat isn't getting to you. To bring into balance, solo time, right? You're being called to detach from these friends and family. Oh, harsh message. Dolphin, that's what it's blocking. Active healer, strong spiritual practice, you have a gift to bring into balance. Like-minded spirits, when out of balance, underestimates their own power. You have the energy within you where you play an important role in the wheel of karma. Coming into contact with a dolphin type will change your day and thus your life, right? You're meant to change lives. It is not your fault that these people don't want to change. But it's your responsibility to choose yourself, right? Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It's easy for them to underestimate the impact they make in the world because when out of balance, they don't think they're that important or special and they surround themselves with fire ants. I can feel my soul sparking. And then you have the oyster. The oyster can achieve anything they put their mind to. The problem is they take their inner gifts for granted. They can become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting your deepest desires, right? And that's what you're doing with these people. What have you been hesitant to share? The world, your other dolphins, is waiting to see your light. Just because they don't see your light or are not ready to see your light doesn't mean you shouldn't be shining that light. You need to find your dolphins, your orcapod. Seeing through the ego, you hold on to them out of ego, out of fear of being alone. You want them to validate you. They don't even see you, right? You feel unseen by them. The dragon, seeing one's most true self. I have a sneeze coming. Oh, it's about to. Today is a chance for more opportunities and for more things to be grateful for. And I sneezed. Blessing. Unexpected blessing. And the dolphin talks about a profound blessing is on its way. But how can you align with that blessing, like-minded spirits, if you're stuck hanging? It's like, I'm trying to think of an example, but I just can't think of one. Well, it's like being a dolphin hanging out with fire ants. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It's almost as if we were traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. You're meant to get on this dragon and fly far, far away. Seeing your true self, the self behind the self behind the meat suit, your soul. You're meant to, that's important. That's a major blockage here for you. It's important. The crocodile. All right. I feel called to get you one of those cards that Brie is always talking about. Actually, let me get you a moon card first. Here, let's clean up some of this stuff. Just like there's some stuff you need to clean up in your energy. Again, it's the same thing I say about love, right? Would you rather be with somebody and feel alone and unseen and unhappy? Or would you rather be alone, able to see things clearly and do the things that make you happy and find your own peace and happiness? I know which one I'd choose. We can't control other people, right? That's what surrendering control is about. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I'll go through these after because I just mixed them all up. I'll fix those after. I won't make you watch that. All right, let's get... It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm going to use the moon deck for you. Just a few. A time for healing. How can you heal? Right? It's like I said it the other day. I went through this even with, not just with spirituality, but with addiction. When I quit drinking, my friends and family were all drinkers. Except for my poor partner. And what happened? It was hard to hang out with them because they were all drinking and it was triggering me. It was making me want to drink. And then even worse, they'd be like, oh, you could just have one. Nobody would know. Nobody would know. I would know. I'm counting every day I'm sober. I would know. All right, advice for you. There's a reason I got so passionate and like big sister energy around the friends and family thing. Prosperity lies ahead. Beautiful. Taurus energy. Hold your vision and adjustments are required, right? You want real love. Calling in the greatest love of all. Prosperity lies ahead, but adjustments are required. And it also says a win-win outcome, right? So you could feel like this is a no-win situation, but it will be because you'll call in the proper people. All right, for you, moon card. Of course. Work through your fears. So what are you afraid of, right? What are you truly afraid of when it comes to detaching from these people? Are you afraid you'll never find anyone else? That's not true. Are you afraid you'll never make friends? That's not true. If the people who were with me when I started my channel could see me now, people used to tell me that I had an unhealthy view of friendship. Because I did. I was in unhealthy friendships. If they could see me now, they'd be like, who are you? Gushing about your friendships. You should see my Instagram algorithm. It's all about friendship, love. That's all. It's like every video is about soul, family, and friendship. I don't even know why I want to look at this, but I do, because it's been so long since I used this deck. But new moon, intentions, work through your fears so that you can call in what you're intending to call in. They're blocking your intentions. New moon in Scorpio. Time to let go. Move on from jealousy and a jealous people. A rebirth. Phoenix rising from the ashes. Get them off your talons and rise, my little phoenix. There's a new start coming. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. And this card also suggests that if you know you are magical, now is the time to work your magic, light worker. Now is the time. It's like you're Harry Potter and you're living under the stairs. Point proven. Work through your fears. What are you so afraid of, right? What are you so afraid of when it comes to sharing your magic? What are you afraid of when it comes? Why are you holding on to these people who are not aligned with you anymore? Right? We're not in high school. You know, in high school, how you'd like hold on to friend groups because you wanted to fit in? We're not in high school anymore, Toto. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. We're about to enter eclipse season, aren't we? It's time to make these adjustments, right? Adjustments are needed. Make these adjustments now. There's something powerful coming, a powerful shift, but you have to face your fears. Expect powerful change, especially in the energy that you're calling in and what it does for yourself. Because I'm telling you, when you are vibing like this and you have lower vibrational energy that you're vibing with, what happens? Right? Energy. You start doing this. They feed your imbalances. They keep you stuck. Right? But when you align with higher vibrational energy, do you know what happens? You start like energy rods. You start ascending even higher. The greatest love of all. Why are my kids spamming me with messages right now about cotton candy and music? And anyway, I'll look at that later. New moon eclipse. I haven't used this deck in so long. It must be a special card. Expect powerful change. Never mind the past. It evolves every single day. Yes, 1,000 times yes. You're being shunted towards your life's purpose. Whatever is happening now, it's happening for your highest good. Bring me a higher love, right? This is an important turning point in your life. This is like a missing piece. This is a piece that you're missing. It's almost eclipse season. You are being shunted towards your life's purpose. Again, you're here and these people are here. And what's happening? I'm hearing you're plateauing. How can you shoot for the sky? Toy Story. Shoot for the sky. How can you do that if they're keeping you down, if they're keeping you stuck? Right? I just heard, whatever is happening now is happening for a reason. You'll appreciate later on, full circle. You'll see it. You'll see eventually, Oh, that's why I had to let those people go, so I could have these people in my life. Or that's why I had to let that job go, so that I could embody my purpose or whatever. You are being put back on the right path. There's no... Spirit wants you to release this. I'm not surprised. Bring love into the situation. Don't let pride get in your way. Bring me a higher love. Don't let pride and ego and fear get in your way, or their pride get in your way, right? Bring love into the situation. You can lovingly release them. Love yourself more is what I'm hearing. So we have new moon in Aquarius, new moon in Scorpio, new moon eclipse, and then we have full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in the way. So it's like, I see new moons as new beginnings, new intentions, right? Expect powerful change, bringing love into your life. Self-love, the love of friends, love. Love is love. And then full moon, what you need to release, people who are still in their pride and ego, and any pride and ego you have that's keeping you stuck in these situations, right? Oh my gosh, my kids are like my son is telling these weird jokes, and my daughter, who's a Leo, is just like, you keep telling these, he's talking about, if you put this in a hamburger, does that make it a something burger? Like, he's saying these weird things, right? And she's like, if you keep telling these jokes, does that mean you're annoying? They're twins. They are interesting. Creative urges should be followed. Work some magic. A friendship may be ending now. See? Are you holding on to these people because of your ego or your heart? Probably a little bit of both. You may need to end a deadlock. If you've not been doing as you would be done by, this is a time to find balance between your needs and the needs of people around you. A friendship may be ending now. You need people around you there's tension between your needs and the needs of others. That's what this card is saying. Don't let them get in your way. They need you to be the person you used to be, right? It's why it's hard to go back and align with people like that. Like, I know if I walk back into my family situation, they're going to expect me to be the same person that I was, and I'm not. And you're trying to bring love into your world. You're trying to manifest love. Right? Real connection, soul connection, romantic, whatever, self, whatever it is, right? Love is love. The greatest love of all is you, right? There's a reason that song came on. Why can't I find it? You need to be more detached from that. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. You need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. These people are holding you back. It's like you're going towards the finish line, right? And you've got these people that are like, no, you can't go. Not really, but yes. It's time to move forwards. No more looking back. Change is on its way, and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. You may need to do things independently, be on your own. Time is of the essence when this card comes up. Powerful. The time is now, is what I'm hearing. It's time to take action. No way. It's time to take action. Believe in the impossible, right? I saw this great video. If you're afraid that if you take things out of your life, you won't grow, think again. I saw this video where this person had one of these. Oh my gosh, my son is telling that same joke. He's spamming our family chat. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I saw this woman say, afraid that you won't grow something back that's better. And she took her plant and she cut the whole thing. And then she came back later and said, look at this. And it was much bigger and more healthy and stuff. Anyway, elephants could be symbolic. I have a little malachite. Is it malachite? I have a little malachite elephant in my plant. Anyway, prayer plant. You get it, right? You get it. It's a very clear message. You get it. It's time to release this. A new start is coming. But you're going to miss these people crossing your paths if you're still focused on these other people. Okay? All right. I'm going to get you one of those cards. Oh, all right. What do you need to hear from this deck? This is the High Priestess deck. Priestess Oracle. Again, your middle line. Divine Feminine didn't come out yet. But your middle line, you are magical. And the lessons that you're learning from that middle line, from that person that you see is that, we're not going to say it. It's not just about the lessons you learn with that person. You're supposed to integrate those lessons into your journey. The journey is about you, right? Card for you, just one. Interesting, it didn't come out. Why aren't these coming out? Okay, if they come out, I'm not going to look at them. I want one to come out. Higher vision. Bring me a higher love. New Earth leadership protection. I don't know what this card is about because I've never read it. Whoops, sorry. I don't mean to peek at you like a weirdo. I'm glad you're still here. Dear one, you are about to receive clarity guided by Horus, the falcon-eyed god of higher vision and divine leadership. Horus might be appearing lately in your sky as a falcon or an eagle flying above you, protecting you. You had the hawk. This presence surrounds you now, elevating your consciousness, enabling you to see from a higher perspective. Horus calls you to shift your perception to divine sight, where your soul's true gifts and the wisdom of the cosmos become clear in your life. It is time to close your human eyes and open your cosmic one. You are here to lead with a clear vision, an expanded heart perception, and a knowingness that you are always divinely led and protected in all of your endeavors. Your intuition and psychic abilities want to attune to higher frequencies now. And you're surrounded by people who don't believe in you. Trust your intuition as you navigate the complexities of life, for the Horus eye empowers you to perceive the mystical patterns woven into your experience. You are about to discover great universal truths that will help the entire world. Horus offers divine shielding you from fear and doubt. His golden wings create a sanctuary for your soul to flourish as you rise to meet your divine purpose. You are here to inspire and uplift others through the clarity of your vision and the integrity of your actions. True leadership is born from this divine alignment and trusted intuition. You're meant to lead others. All right, I'm going to get you some number cards. Number cards. Ah, there they are. Numbers for you. Guidance. And maybe these are numbers that you're seeing. 5-5, positive change. I am evolving. Substantial change is needed. Embrace the change, a need to overcome your insecurity and let go of your fears. Fear of being alone, right? 44, I am supported. Protection. Your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path with diligence and determination, and even greater success will come in the future. You're being supported. I support you. 8, strength. I am successful. Your talent for setting and reaching goals is like no other. You are self-sufficient and capable. You don't need them. Of achieving your ambitions. 8 representing the ebb and flow, the infinite loop of creation. So 55. 55, 44, and 8. There's something you're not seeing, right? About that friend family thing. I am a creator. 555. I'm optimistic. You are one with the creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on this earth. 555. A major shift is about to come into your life experience and change your path's direction. Be open and stay positive. Truth. 2 more. 1, 2. A wake-up call for you to re-examine your current situation and change the direction so that you can raise your vibration to a more positive frequency. 666. I'm telling you everything we said. I am courageous. It's time to get to work on the realization of your soul mission in life. You have a higher purpose in this life that is yours and only yours to fulfill. Unleash your true power. For anybody waiting for someone else to come back or someone else to help them with their mission, it starts with you. 333 on the timer as I said that. Light worker. 25. I am intelligent. You have a great ability to take in and process information on both conscious and subconscious levels. Your curiosity is endless, and your desire to dive deep into a variety of subjects will bring you an immense awareness of the world. You're still here listening to this, so yes. All right, I'm going to go now. I'm getting all passionate. All right. I love you, my friend, and I hope you're doing well, and I will talk to you soon.